Hello Grapevines, I'm Mr. Grape Dave, and you might remember my something special video. Well, this is basically V2 of that, so I've changed my wallpaper and now it looks awesome. So now, something special V2. Now we have, actually that's the wrong thing, now we have a lot of things to download. In one folder, of course. So we have all of these. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new things. 7 things. 6 things, not including this. Okay, you can download it as a zip right there. And I replaced, since this number guessing game is in here, it's same thing with the rock, paper, scissors. Those links don't work anymore in my something special video, so you can only use this now. Sometimes I'll update this, sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll update this. So, okay, let's start. Okay, so same thing with the number guessing game and the rock, paper, scissors. They work exactly the same. Tic-tac-toe, no. Okay, let's save the best ones for last. Okay, press A and click me. So you clicked me, and I'm pressing A. You pressed A, and none of the other buttons do anything. Okay. So now this is actually pretty big because now I know how to use like keys and the mouse instead of pushing the button. Okay. So next thing is graphics. So this is actual graphics, not like buttons and labels and stuff. So these are actual graphics. Not much. No, this is the best for last. Okay, how many times can you click the button? That's what that stands for. How many times can you click the button? And I don't know why it has an underscore. Oh, that's because you can just replace that underscore with a question mark. Welcome to the game. Start. 3, 2, 1. So now you can just start spamming this, but not like very clickly. Clickly. Not very clickly. So I got 42 right there to answer to life and everything according to Impossible Quiz. But if I do, okay, let me just. I was being distracted, so let me get it. So you hear that? I'm not clicking like super fast, because if you do, it will like not go. So I got 64 right there. And if you go like super fast, it won't like count for some reason, because the game isn't that fast. Okay, so tic-tac-toe. Now this is the one that is the largest, 15 kilobytes. All the others have like 2 or 3. And this one has like 8, 1, 4, 2, 4, 15, 2. So yeah, so this was the hardest. No, probably not the hardest. The hardest was button clicker. Just for one reason. Actually, 2 reasons. But tic-tac-toe, nothing happens when you fill up the board and tie, but you just have to restart the game to play again. Okay. And button clicker. Okay. So this is basically cookie clicker. Buttons, because cookie clicker, you cook a cookie, but this time you're clicking a button. I didn't have another name. So you have 0 buttons. Click me. So now you have more buttons. Now I have 6 buttons. So now if I go into the shop, it says buy clicker. Welcome to the shop. I have to read that first, but whatever. Buy clicker. You don't have 10 buttons yet, so I need 10 buttons to do that. And I will add more upgrades later. Just not now. And these 2 are the reasons why it took me like 4 hours actually to create this instead of 2 like tic-tac-toe maybe. Tic-tac-toe is 700 lines. The only reason why it didn't take me like 10 hours is because the magic of copy and pasting and knowing what I'm doing. So 6 buttons, 7 buttons, 8 buttons, 9 buttons, 10 buttons. So now I can go to the shop and buy a clicker. You bought a clicker. You have now it went back to 1, and now it starts counting up every second. So now you can't buy another one because I haven't really sorted that out. I think if you buy another one, it will just make it faster. I think that's what I'm going to do. The next upgrade I think I'm going to do is a replacement of Grandma, because that's the next thing. And I'm going to replace it with an engineer. It makes buttons 1 every half second. Because, you know, that's what engineers do. They just make buttons all day and every day. Okay. So I'm going to save it at 50 buttons. Save. Okay. So now, I'm going to close that. And now, this is the file that it made. This is the save. And you probably already know how to cheat now. You literally just replace this number with something else. And it can go in the negative, so. Okay, so button clicker save. So, if you place this in like your documents and you play it and you click save, it will save that save file in the documents folder. And it can only read the save if it's in the same file as it's in. So if like button clicker was over here in my downloads folder, and the clicker say was in Mr. Grapedave's Java stuff, then it wouldn't work. It would say error finding save. And if I just show you, okay, so load. I have 50 buttons. So unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to save your upgrades too. But I'm thinking of a way to do that. But I don't really have a way. So I'm gonna move this up here and show you what it looks like. Okay, so load. Error finding save. So I couldn't find it. I'm not sure if this works. It may. Nope, still doesn't work. So if I reopen it, it's 50 buttons. Once again, you can just buy the clicker. So in the comments, please tell me like the highest number you've gotten to in like one day without cheating. Wait just a second. Hence the word without and cheating. The words. And then whenever you don't really care about your save, you can just very well delete it. So I had problems with the saving and loading. I'll show you all the code. So I'm only going to show you the button clicker or else people will get bored. Okay, so this is making all the buttons and the label. This is all the variables. This is like setting the sizes of the button and stuff and adding it so everything will work together. This is the frame. This is what happens when you click the main button that says click me, and it adds the button. Adds one button. This is what happens whenever you set the shop. It turns all these buttons into invisible, and then all the other buttons visible. And this is what happens when you press the only upgrade button. If you have more than 9 buttons, which is 10 or more buttons, then has up G1 is true, and this is taking away 10 buttons. You bought a clicker, and then it turns that button off so you can't do it anymore. If you don't have 10 buttons, it will set that to 10. You don't have 10 buttons. Now, this timer right here, this basically gets run every second. This is milliseconds, so 1,000 milliseconds is a second. So this runs every second. So every second, if has up G1. So if they have the clicker, then it adds 1. Then it adds 1 and then updates the label thing. Okay, then it actually starts the timer first and then does the stuff in here every second. This is what happens whenever you, the back button of the shop. This is the save. This is what happens when you press the save. This is what happens when you press the load. So this save thing right here basically runs this right here, and this one right here. This is what happens when you press the load button. This is what happens when you press the save button. So this load button runs these 3. So this is actually locating the file button clicker. Save. If it can't find it, it'll also error finding save. This is reading the file. Click it up buttons equals that stuff. And it's in the file. If that many buttons updating the thing, it actually closes the file, so it takes up less memory. And then with saving, it's the same thing, but it uses formatter instead of scanner. So it's formatting, meaning like writing the file instead of scanning it. So if error while saving, okay, so format. So this right here means string. A string is basically like words, like this right here. This is a string. So the format is at string, which is basically like this is a string, and the string is buttons, which is the variable of how many buttons you have, and then it closes the file. Okay, so the link is in the description to download all this stuff, and I'm also working on a text adventure. It doesn't have a lot right now. I'm still working on it. Please enter your name, Mr. Grape Dave. Mr. Dave. Done. Welcome, Mr. GD, to Text Adventure. To win the game, you must get 100 coins, and that's all. So I'll put the link in the description to download all these amazing things. And I have to say, programming is really fun for me. I do this all in my spare time, and I took up like 4 hours making this one and 2 hours making this one, and like 10 minutes making this one. About 10 minutes of this one, 2 hours making this one. I said 3 days in my something special video, but it was actually 3 hours since this was the first one. Having a little troubles. This one about 1 hour. Text Adventure so far about 30 minutes. Tic-tac-toe 30 hours. So yeah, so I'll put the link in the description to download this. Have fun with it. So, this has been Mr. Grape Dave. Please like, subscribe, comment, favorite, all that good stuff. Bye!